Welcome everybody, thanks a lot for stopping by. Today we're going to be looking at a different sneaker. Well, for some it's not that different, but we'll get to that later. I hope you guys are going to like it, so hang around. Welcome once again, thanks for stopping by. I'm your host Devagaro, and today we're going to be taking a little bit of a detour from Nikes and Adidas and Nikes and Adidas. Many of you guys who've been with the channel from the beginning may remember that last year, one of the objectives of this channel was also to explore some sneakers that aren't just following the hype. So hang around, let's get into it. Drum rolls. Today, we declassify a Bathing Ape Bape Sta's 20th anniversary special edition. And let's start with the box. It's a very nice artwork that they have. I always appreciate it when brands go the extra mile for these. These are the types of things that make it unique and separate your product from the competition, so all for it. On the top of the box, we have a ape soldier, and it reads, "Ape shall never kill ape, busy works." On the side or on the back side, it says a bathing ape. The colorway is pink, and there's another sticker, foot soldier, and it says, "We are constantly improving and updating our products." So there you go. And maybe I'll just show you really quickly over here how it looks. Pretty cool stuff. Awesome, so let's open them up, and these beauties are with us. Bam! I'm extremely excited about discussing the Bape Stas with you guys today. And the reason is because, believe it or not, they're my first Bape Stas ever. Not because I just found out about them, not at all guys, but because I've been looking for them for a while now. A long while, by the way. So a couple of reasons. I never got them because number one, super limited stock. Number two, price is not, let's say, the most accessible. So you need to find a good deal. And finally, as many of you guys know, I'm 13 US. So it's not the easiest size to get. But anyways, we have them here. That's behind us. Let's go ahead and declassify as we always do. First of all, let's start with the front of the sneaker. We have a mudguard in pink patent leather, which, as you can see, patent leather covers the entire sneaker. Then moving our way up, we have a toe box with perforated leather. And continuing along the shoelaces section of the sneaker, shoelaces come in white with a spare pair of shoelaces matching the toe cap in that light blue. So that's a pretty cool feature. Both ridges of the eyelets are yellow, and the tongue is also featured in patent leather, which is white. We have the Bape Sta and Bape branding tag as well. And looking on the inside of the sneakers, maybe you guys can see it over here, but the insole says Bape Sta with the Bape logo and the star. Moving along to the midsection of the sneaker, we have paneling in pink patent leather matching the mudguard. And what I would like to pause for a moment to talk about is what Bape does with the logos. Because these are the 20th anniversary special edition commemorating 20 years of Bape. What they do is they don't only give us the star logo of Bape Stas, but they also underlay the shark logo, which is emblematic for Bape, as you can see it in hoodies and a bunch of memorabilia that they have. So that's pretty cool. I really like it because it sets it apart from just a normal Bape stuff, for instance. Now making our way towards the rear of the sneaker, we have three letters in bold, WGM, and that means World Gone Mad, which is like a slogan of Bape. And you also have that World Gone Mad in the inner side of the tag on the tongue. So that's pretty cool right there. So you're gonna find pretty much what it means there. And you have the heel, the upper side of the heel in the rear is also yellow, matching those eyelet ridges. Finally, looking at the outsole and the midsole, both are white, and they're very similar, as you can see, to Air Force Ones, but Bape gave it its own flavor. As you can see towards the forefront, we have traction in star pattern, and then the circular pattern traction is towards the end, towards the heel of the foot. So that's a bit of a difference right there. And also something that's very different is moving up to the midsole. You have branding that says Bape instead of Air as the Air Force Ones. So these are some of the differences, as you can see. And this is pretty much what it is. It's a very nice sneaker. I don't think that it's going to be for everybody or every guy, because these are like pastel colors and so forth. But guys, summer and spring, rocking these is gonna be a trip. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about these sneakers. Leave a comment in the section down below. And right now, I'll just throw these on feet so you guys can have a closer look. Let's get it. A little bit of background for those of you who are not as familiar with Bape as others are. You have to go back to 1993, where Nigo founded the brand in the Ura Harajuku colorful district of Tokyo. And this is a district, just to give it a little bit of context, where Japanese young people at the time were experimenting and were fusioning American or Western streetwear with their own Japanese culture. So they were putting all that together, and that was a very vibrant time of the 90s. In a nutshell, that's pretty much the story of how Bape was founded. So moving forward towards the end of the 90s and early 2000s, Nigo gets introduced to Pharrell through a common friend that they had and some other personalities, and that's where Bape really starts taking off in terms of doing very, very slick collabs with Pharrell himself, with Kanye West. In fact, the first collaboration or production of a shoe that Kanye ever did was a Bape Sta. And there were other folks that they also collaborated with, not just personalities, but also musicians like Daft Punk, for those of you guys who like house music and electro. So that's a little bit in terms of what was happening in the 2000s. This sneaker was officially released between 2000 and 2002. The most common experience for people who are not familiar with the Bape Sta when they first see it is that they draw immediately a comparison with the Air Force Ones, and they're right, because Nigo and Bape drew a lot of inspiration from the Air Force One. So I'm not gonna get into the details as to, if they're ripped or they're not, and to what extent they are. I'm not gonna get into that, because at this point in time, guys, it's already registered and trademarked by Bape. So, it is what it is, and I just love the shoe. I also like that Bape, what they did when they dropped back in early 2000s was Nike was not offering any patent leather in terms of, or even these colors. So Bape really revolutionized the game. The Bape Stas retail at 295 euros if you're lucky enough to find them at retail. Otherwise, in the aftermarket, they hover around 450 to 500 euros. Last time I checked on StockX, for example, they were out of 13s in this silhouette. So, you would have to wait until there's a stock, there's some stock back in the market. But anyways, that's more or less what you can expect in terms of pricing in the aftermarket. The original release date of the 20th anniversary commemoration pack of the Bape Stas was March 14th last year, 2020. I'm personally very excited and curious to find out what Bape does with the Bape Sta this year. There are reports that they're going to be dropping and expanding Bape Sta silhouettes and colorways with, I think, going back to their original models this year. So stay tuned. When it gets to sizing, I would recommend true to size. It fits very similar to Air Force Ones. In fact, I would say that they're even a little bit bulkier. So if you have wide foot, don't worry about it. If you have narrow foot, maybe you can try half a size down, maybe, but as I always suggest or recommend, trying them first before you buy them, especially if you're gonna make that investment, that type of investment. You wanna make sure that the shoes fit. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for sticking around. It was an absolute honor. Let me know what you think about these. I would really like to hear what you guys have to say. What are your thoughts? Also, very important, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Also, hit the notification bell and subscribe. We're trying to hit that 300 subscribers goal by the end of March. So please help us get there. Now, y'all have been formally debriefed, and we can officially declassify the Bape Sta's 20th anniversary commemoration pack in the pink, sky blue, and yellow colorway. But above all, remember, always fresh, never stress. Until next time, thank you very much.